Let's be completely honest. When most of us hear the word budgeting, we probably think stress, suffering, or boring spreadsheets that probably tell us to stop living our best lives. But the truth is, budgeting isn't about restrictions, it's about control, sis. A budget isn't something you do when you're broke, it's something you need to do to not stay broke. If you really think about it, it's a plan that lets you take charge of your money so that your money doesn't take charge of you. So instead of letting your money control you, putting in place a budget will allow you to control it, so make your money work for you. I recently discovered a simple framework that you can use even if you're living paycheck to paycheck that might work for you. So, the breakdown basically is you do a 50, 30, and 20% split. So 50% goes to your rentals, your food, your transportation, and your electricity. So more or less your essentials. Your wants, on the other hand, are things like hair, makeup, online shopping, takeout. So your soft life things, you know what I'm talking about. Things that you know will make you feel good but don't necessarily need to happen in order for your survival. But they're nice to haves, they're your wants, right? And then finally, we have our savings and goals. These are things like your emergency funds, if you have some debt that you need to pay off, if you have some investments that you're making, things that will allow you to actually save your money. I'm gonna need you to remember though, sis, that this is just a guideline. So if your life doesn't fit neatly into this framework, change it, because that's the beauty of personal finance. It's personal. Another important element to remember when it comes to budgeting is that you're gonna need to start tracking where your money is actually going. So use a notebook, use an Excel, use a voice app if you need to. Because the truth is, once you start to establish a pattern, you will start to see the gaps, and this is where the shift begins. So track those finances. So here's what I'm gonna need you to do today. Write down everything you spent your money on for the past 7 days. It doesn't matter if it was 2,000 on airtime or 10K that you lent your cousin. Literally everything that you spent your money on. No judgment, no shame, just awareness. And once that's done, I need you to look at it and critically analyze it. Ask yourself, am I spending in line with what my goals are or simply my habits? Sis, I'm gonna need you to remember that this isn't about cutting everything out or depriving ourselves. It's really about being intentional with your money so that you can start to live the life that you actually want instead of the life that you're stuck in. The truth is, most of us are not really bad with money. The thing is, we've just never had a system that's actually worked for us. So here's what I'm gonna need us to do tomorrow. I want us to start looking at building an emergency fund, even if your income feels small, because one thing you realize the older you get is that peace of mind, that's actually wealth too. So now it's time to play a little game. What's that one thing you know you spend way too much money on, but you're not quite ready to let go of yet? Be honest, let me know in the caption below. I'll go first. Mine is makeup. I know I spend way too much money on makeup than I should, but at least I'm aware of it, right? Because the truth is, you actually can't manage what you don't measure. So start tracking your spending, identify where the gaps are, and then start to take corrective action now that you're working from a place of awareness. The thing is, the spending does add up, and unfortunately, we don't identify it until it's too late. I hope that was useful. As always, thank you so much for watching, and definitely see you in the next one.